Look how sexy it looks.
Island yard.
What is up, guys? Renzo here today. I'm with my girl today. And today we are going to be taking my valve cover off to the shop just to get it. I didn't like how I did it. I tried to do like a polished one. It didn't really turn out as great, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get it powder coated, and I'm gonna make it all look super pretty. I also got new tail lights for those who haven't seen it already. Alright, and then I also have to go to Staz's house once again, and I am going to be dropping off the girdle, some main bolts, and a few other things because we're having it sent off to the machine shop, and it's going to be built by them, and I'll show you guys the after. Oh, my camera's almost dead. We're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything here ready for the machine shop. This is going to get all hot tanked. The bottom block is going to get honed, decked, bored, and this is my ACL race bearings. I know it says it's for a B18, B16, B18B, B18C, but I'm pretty sure they're used for all applications. And these ones, I'm trying to get them out here. These are all the 12 millimeter bolts and the 14 millimeter bolts. The 14s are my main studs, and so these ones are the ones that we'll be needing. I'm also gonna add on top of here my valve cover. And so that's basically everything that we're going to be doing. Cams, we're getting out of here, new chain, maybe with the Type S oil pump, no new head studs. All of these bearings are gonna go away. The head is going to be ported and everything, so we're gonna deal with this another time because I'm basically building my whole block first, and then I'm gonna do my head. It's just easier for me so I can see everything go fluidly, step by step. And then once I come back, I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything here. This is my 2ZZ, and then this is my deassembled K24. I'm gonna be talking right here. This is gonna be my spot where I will be showing you guys and talking to you guys about why I chose the K24 over the 2ZZ, and I'm gonna show you guys the reliability of the 2ZZ, what I think and what my research has done. So I'm gonna do the 2ZZ reliability, K24 reliability, K24 built, 2ZZ built, and then I'm gonna show you guys the pros and cons that I have found and that I have experienced. So let's keep going. We gotta go to Auburn really quick, go to both of those shops. See you guys on the road. All right, so I just got done, recording with my phone right now. I just got done at Staz's house. We're here right now. And we just dropped off my girdle, my bolts, and I'm backing up, sorry about that. And I dropped off my valve cover to get it powder coated. And so, Staz's house right here. Just trying to back up. I don't like this. Cool. I know, sorry, we're not using the vlog camera right now, it's charging at home. But right now we are going to be going, where are we going? Oh yeah, we gotta go to her agent's house just cause I forgot I'm gonna formally introduce you guys like in another video, but my girlfriend is a model, and so she does a lot of importing, and so she'll do a lot of car modeling. She'll go to a lot of photo shoots and things, so it's kind of why we're a team together. And yeah, oh, she also has a car coming up. She has a I don't remember what year, but it's an Integra with a Type R front. And so that one is making 1,000 horsepower. It's a company sponsored car. So it's gonna be really, really cool. And I'll show you guys that when the time comes. It's like 75% built right now. And yeah, you got like a cage, the whole motor, everything. Whole motor's all built, turbo boosted. And that thing's like running like 1,000 horsepower, which is crazy. So she got her car before mine, but I'm not even worried. So we're gonna go to her agent's house, and then we gotta go pick up a few things, Christmas gifts, and we'll be back at the house in a bit. So the stock K24 reliability. The Honda K series engine is a line of 4-cylinder, 4-stroke car engine introduced in 2001. The K-Series engines are equipped with dual overhead cams, valve trains, and use rocker rollers to reduce friction. The K24A1 has a 2.4 liter and 2,354 cc displacement and a cylinder bore of 87 millimeter, while the piston stroke is 99 millimeters. Compression ratios vary between model years, with the K24A1 out of a CRV having 9.6 to 1 compression ratio with 160 horsepower and 162 foot-pounds of torque. So the main problem of the 2ZZ from experience, this is actually a built 2ZZ, and from what I have learned is that the cost of the machining is just impeccable. You got to pay around $1,500 for just machining. This is including sleeving, so $900 for sleeving, but $1,500 was porting, unless you can do this for yourself. Deck, hone, hot tank, and everything else like that, it was around $900, so it gets really pricey in a machine shop and building it correctly. With that $10,000 budget, I had no room for any work such as axles, beefier axles, an oil cooler, and a water to air, and much more. So I wasn't able to do any of those things with that $10,000 motor build, and I had to really limit myself, and it's just not doable for me because I would have to spend around $15,000 or more just for a built 2ZZ with proper axles and management and performance. My hand is a Cometic head gasket. I just want to say shout out to Staz. One more huge thank you to you, man. He's been plugging me with a lot of parts, so go out to him. I'm gonna go link his description down in the description below. And so, yeah, couldn't get better guys to help me out with this build. He's guiding me through a lot of things, and so I know I'm still young and I'm still learning, but I'm gonna get this thing done. Excuse the background, but prices were significantly cheaper, and the ability to make more power was just a must for me. With a build of whatever, down in the description and below, with a build that I was able to do, I could manage to get everything to 600 horsepower with around $7,000. I was able to fit in everything I needed to get the car running, such as all the swap parts, the motor. This is without the transmission. I'm still debating on what transmission I will be getting and building, so that is in a later description or later video. This $7,000 rate is for my price. It could be different for other people's pricing. This is with the help of a few friends that I know. This is the help of Staz. This is the help of a few sponsors and a few Honda guys helping me out down in Washington. So big thank you to all of you guys. You guys helped me, especially with my paint. Thank you guys so much. And I owe you guys a big thank you. So with the $7,000, I was able to have things left in room for me to upgrade. I was able to upgrade my intake manifold, custom valve cover work, and all of the swap parts. So this price is significantly cheaper than the 2ZZ. And not only is it significantly cheaper than the 2ZZ, it has a lot of work ability in the engine bay. So my 2ZZ GE, which is right here, and my deassembled K24, like half of it, I sent the bottom block to the machine shop, and the Moroso oil pan is coming in soon. But it's just so much more easier to work on, and I have way more space, and it's just everything that I need for my power, my pricing, and just someone normal like me to get it done. So for the K24, right now I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons. This is just off the top of my head and off the top of what everybody else were telling me and everybody else were advising me. But for the K24, there is a lot of torque, and it's super cheap. Explained with my build, you can just see that 600 horsepower for around $8,000 to $10,000 you can get it to that. It has a really strong crankshaft. And that crank supposedly, and is proven tested to be up to 1,000 horsepower crank. So there's no need for me to go purchase like a lightweight knife edged crank for like another $1,500. So that saves me a lot of money, and it steers me towards other parts that I need. Adding on to that, it is easier with tuning. So the tuning with the Honda ECU, I just know way more people. My uncle Dexter at Reliable Wrenchers, he's actually not my uncle, he's my cousin. We call him Manong. And so he's gonna be tuning the car. We were gonna have Kenny from Speed Factory tune it, but I don't think that is, now that we have Dexter. And that should let you know I'm not a specialist. This is my research that I've done, that I did on the internet, talking to other people and so forth. But this is everything that in my mind is, and then I'm just expressing it to you guys. So for the cons, it has weak rods. Those rods, I've heard that were shot through their motor for some unknown reason. It can't rev as high as, say, a 2ZZ that some people do like, and unless it's built, you can do that. And same goes to the 2ZZ and the K24. And another thing about having a K20 or a K24 in your car, it is more likely to get stolen. So that is a big con. I mean, nobody cares about the body, they just care about the motor sometimes, and some additional parts in the car. But luckily I have a security system by Clifford, so thank you so much, Clifford, for adding your security onto my car, and I love it so much. Also, big shout out to Respire. Obviously you guys know it's my company, it's the name brand. You guys can't even see it, but go cop a t-shirt. I'm still having a December sale. You can get it for 20% off of the t-shirts shipped. I think it's like $20 shipped, something like that. But go ahead and cop those. Wonderful thing. And it does help out the channel a bit. It can help me get parts. It can help me get more clothing that I can sell. I know it's just a t-shirt right now. It's cold as hell in my garage and you can see my breath. But the thing is, go cop yourself a t-shirt. Go support. So the pros of this, pros of the 2ZZ. It is one-of-a-kind motor. Not that many people have it. There are probably less than 1,000 people that may even have it. Also, you get higher revs. So explained previously when I was talking, I said it's somewhere around 8,200, 8,500, something like that. But it does get revved higher than a K20, K24. Also, another con of this is that it stays true to the Toyota family. And so you have a Toyota motor, Yamaha made, in a Toyota car. But right now I'm having a Honda motor in a Toyota car, which is different. So to wrap it up, I'm going to be talking about the cons right now. So it is harder to troubleshoot. It's harder to find issues and problems. You can't get parts right away. You have to source them, or you have to buy them online. Rather than just the Honda motor, you can just go to your local car shop or local anywhere and they may have it. It creates less engine bay space for work, and so say I wanted to change my starter. It's really cramped. I mean, it's only held by 2 bolts. But it's on top of that transmission and it's so hard to reach, especially if you're under the car and you don't have a lift. Super hard to work on. Everything is so cramped and it's just not my type of ideal. And as said before, I told you that there is an oil starvation problem. So for those who just like to have their car be able to just drive and not have to worry for a little bit, this motor is for you, the K24. But the 2ZZ, you got to take care of it just a tad bit more. So the parts are harder. They are harder to find, harder to get, harder to source, and especially if you're just not sponsored, they are expensive. Just for probably an intake manifold, $2,000, $1,800 for a performance one, when you can get like an $800 one for a K24. So price in this game is really huge, especially if you're someone just like me that is not even big at all, just does it for fun. So I know there is ECUs for the 2ZZ, and for the Celica one, I know that is like really hard to program and configure. But right here I have an AEM EMS4. Right here I have an AEM EMS4. I'll just show you guys that really quick. And this one I've heard is either really good or really bad. And so this one, it's a winner miss, hit or miss, something like that. It cost me around $650, I believe. And it's just really expensive for these ECUs and for the ECUs to be tuned. I believe Kenny at Speed Factory costs me about $600 just to tune the car. And I don't know, with a Honda, I mean Honda version or Pro version 4, I believe, is around the same price, but the tuning is way cheaper. I believe it is just like $400, $300 for like a base one. And I know there are other ECUs like the Hydro, I don't remember what it is. There are other ECUs, but I haven't gone into much research about them, and I probably for sure know that it's going to be expensive to tune. It's going to be harder to manage because there's not that many people using it. And it's just going to be harder, especially when there aren't that many tuners that know how to properly manage it and manage your car, make sure it's running properly. So that's going to be cost effective with not only your money, it is going to be cost effective with your time. So that's basically everything I kind of have to say. That's basically some of my research. And I'm sorry that if I didn't speak correctly or if I missaid something, excuse me for that. I'm not the most perfect car guy, but I am still trying to learn. And if you guys have more information to add, if you guys would like to correct me, just comment down below. I mean, constructive criticism is amazing for me, and especially add-ons that I would know in the future, coming new to the Honda game. It really helps me out, and so I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I know my last 2 videos have been like hitting up. I've been getting thousands of views. So in my next video, I am going to be showing you guys probably my valve cover work. I'm going to be showing you guys my custom my custom spark plug cover. Excuse me. It says Respire on it. Super dope. It's coming down for eBay. It only cost me like 30 bucks. I'll link it in the description below as well. So that's super cool. It custom everything. It's all hand custom. I don't know how to say it. Plasma cut, something like that. But oops. That's gonna be super dope. I can't wait for that to be done and shipped to my house. It should be on to my birthday, December 12th. I might be posting a special video on my birthday. So yeah, thank you for that. And then the paint should be done. So I'm gonna reveal the paint later on. I'm gonna show you guys what the paint looked like. So this was a quick update. This was why I chose the K24 K20 Frankenstein hybrid build over the 2ZZ GE. Another thing is that I am selling it, so you guys can come at me. You can buy this 2ZZ. I am selling my 2ZZ swap to Redline Ricer, so shout out to you, man. He's gonna be buying it next month, so I'll put like an update video of that gray MR2 that I did sell to him. And so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.